You said about you moved away from your faith because you're angry with the loss of your parents and so many family members in the short time frame. So let me just talk about that because thank you for sharing and thank you for your honesty. And I really want everyone to be honest. That's really the start of our healing journey. If we honestly state where we are, because if remember that determined side is determining where we are in our grief. How is it impacting us? What has it done? Is this impacting our faith in your case? So the honesty part is good. Because again, if we're not honest, we can't move forward. Like a GPS, if you tell the GPS, I'm in Jersey and you're really in New York and you want to get to Florida, it's a totally different way to get there. So if we start off not being honest with where we are, it's hard to move forward. But once we are honest with where we are, and honesty is angry, mad, regret, guilt, all these different things that we could be feeling, if we just start there, that's a great start. So I'll just say this very quickly about, because I've heard a lot of people say, well, I've heard both sides. Some people, it draws them more into their faith because, you know, they need help. You know, we admit that we need help. This grief is overwhelming to us. It's painful, and we need the Lord at that point. So some people, it draws them more into their faith. But on the other side, some people, and I've heard probably this more than the other side, is like you said, we get angry at God. And I've had a pastor on here as well too that said, like, her first thing too was she was angry with God. Why did you take him away from me? Now, let me just say this, and this is again coming from how I look at it. And I'll just share it like this. When we get angry with God for a death, a loss like that, there's a slide I didn't get to put on today about rumination, that we always look for somewhere to quote unquote blame for why this happened. Some people look at the doctors, some people look at the hospital, some people, like in my case, I looked at my mom and her illness, but some people definitely also will look at God. First, as believers, he didn't promise us that we was going to have just all sunny skies and everything was going to be great. He told us we were going to have tribulations, trials. He told us we were going to have suffering. He told us we were going to get persecuted. He warned us of these things. So not to say that we should just expect it, but just first off, understanding this is part of the life that the Lord God told us about. This is not the life that he designed for us, but this life that he's told us about in the world that we live in. All right. So now my other thing when I say with when we get angry with God, it's really, we have a right to be angry, but it's not really directly, really should be directed to God. The reason I say this is because God got angry at sin and death, because death is actually a result of sin. So God got angry with it. And that's why he came in the form of flesh as Jesus Christ, and he died for us because he was angry at that. This was not his design for us. So when we get angry, we really are joining God in anger, because this is the whole reason why Jesus had to come for us, why he had to die on the cross for us. So again, that anger, yes, justified. It's just the direction is we're really joining God in anger because of because of a death, because that wasn't his design and that wasn't his plan for us. It was because of really man's actions. Death came, and God didn't want that for us either, and he paid the ultimate price through his son Christ. So I know that's a long way around answer, but that's definitely something that